Karen Traceman, clinical psychologist, author, and trainer. Today I'm going to talk to you about one of my cards for my grounding, regulating, and soothing pack. And this really is about think back, connect, or travel back in a time machine to your best moment, your best day, or your best self. If you don't like the idea of a time machine, you could think of other things. If there was a moment that you could click your fingers and go back to, if there was a moment that you could replay over and over again. So there's so many different ways to think about it, but in essence, it's really thinking about a time or a moment that just brings back positive feelings and memories and moments. And how can you soak in those feelings and those associations and time and just give you a bit of a mindful moment, a bit of a brain break and a time to reset? What were you doing? What were you feeling? And you can really also think about the sensory aspect again. So, for example, in that moment, what could you see? What could you hear? What could you feel? What could you smell? What could you taste? Or if there weren't those things, what would you have liked to, for example, taste? And I think it's really then about thinking, where did you feel that moment in your body? If those feelings were a colour or a shape or a type of weather, how would you describe them? And sometimes to really anchor on and to hold on to that special moment and to just try and almost give yourself a bath in those positive times is if you can draw it, if you can write about it, if you can do a song or a rap or do a collage or try and create something that reminds you, look at a keyring or a photo or hold an item that takes you back. And there's just something really about connecting and creating a positive memory bank, almost like a treasure box of those moments that you can just go back to when you need to hold on to some of those positive times. I actually have a treasure box. It's not really a treasure box, it's a jewellery box that I keep next to my bed and that I write down every day sparkle moments or things that I'm grateful for or appreciative of, even if they're the teeniest, tiniest things, so that I can look at them and verbally and tangibly remind myself of some of those moments. So try and think back to what are some of those special moments. And if it's not a moment, you at your happiest, what makes you your happiest, what makes you your best self, and how can you try and draw on some of those? Or it might be a particular day. How can you really remember and think about those days? And of course, sometimes that can be bittersweet. It can make us also connect with loss or sadness or longing. And it's okay to sit with those as well, but it's also thinking about how can we have that balance and bring in some of those good feelings. So I hope that's helpful for you. And for more information on that, you can see any of my Therapeutic Treasure resources. Thank you.